Beats Planet.
I would love to have something positive to say, but my first 20 seconds working with Will Steele, he's a little bossier than he is when he's across the country or across Texas. When he's across Texas, like Will Steele telling me what to do. Like, hey man, fix your head. I'm like, all right, man, damn. Make sure your mic good.
You're getting producer Sky.
Scoot in, Voch.
You know.
You want to let your chair up, Voch? Like, come on, man. What's good, y'all? We are here recapping training camp, Cowboys camp. Shouts out to the volume. They have flued us out or whatnot to get us to get some good training camp coverage, man. So we're gonna talk about some of the things that we saw today. Give a small little recap, and later on we got this dope little montage. And we gonna let me.
I try to tell them to put it on.
We got this dope little montage that we're gonna send around for y'all just to just y'all to see some of the things that we saw today. So appreciate you for tuning in. I'm your host. You are watching a master at work. Y'all follow me on all my social media platforms, VOCHLOMBARDI, and I'm being point guarded by the best in the business. Will Steele.
It's your boy.
I got that one.
I can't get no. All right. Master William, follow him at Skywalker, still SKYWALKERSTEELE. Will, we just kind of give a general recap, man. Like, it's been a day, bro.
It's been a 38, 48. I don't know how many hours, but it's been that.
It's been something different. It's been something special, man. But we finally got to camp, and when we get to camp, man, it was surreal, man. It was moment after moment after moment, whether it be running into people that actually support us, and we signed all kind of paraphernalia today. Me and Will's signature is under Jerry Jones' signature on I wish we'd have got his name on one of our audience members, one of our guys, a friend of the show. Had a helmet, and our signatures right up under Jerry Jones's, man. So it's just
pretty
man,
dope.
It's been a day, man. We ran into some media people. You just look, Chad. If I could tell y'all anything, man, if y'all doing anything that's relatively, you know what I mean, that's just in life. If you putting out some work, if you putting anything out, just put your best foot forward. In anything that you do, man, make sure you're putting in the effort. You may be tired one day and say, man, I don't feel like doing X, Y, Z. I'm just going to bullshit and put something out. Don't ever do that, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. You can be fantastic, but if you put one piece of nonsense out and somebody sees that nonsense, they're going to be like, oh, this character trash. Let me move on. Some people walked up to us today, Will Steele, and told us, hey, man, we fans of y'all work. Y'all killing it. Y'all doing well. And I'm like, how the fuck you know me? Like, who, sir? I know who you are, but how you know me? So you just never know who's watching, man. Just, remain yourself. You know what I mean? Stay working, stay humble, and get busy. Let's recap some of this Cowboy camp, Will Steele.
Yeah, it was a humbling one, brother. Humbling day, but it was some good football out there today, too. For sure.
Fantastic day. And, it's funny, man. Shouts out to Law Nation. We was like, hey, I wonder which side of the field, because it's two fields, right? I wonder which side of the field they're going to be practicing on. We asked Law, and Law tapped one of his Illuminati friends on the shoulder and said, hey, which side are they going to be having practice on? And it turns out they're going to be running team on the long field. So when we get the footage out to y'all will be seeing some individual drills, plus you'll be seeing team drills. That's what you're going to be getting right with that, like some 11-on-11 type stuff. Ones versus ones, and you saw ones versus twos, so you're going to be seeing a mixture. What you get out of a practice today, it wasn't like a lot of one-on-one drills where we could see person versus person, but it was a lot of team-oriented stuff. So we got a chance to see, okay, well, who's lining up where? Who's going to be starting? Who's going to be in the rotation? Can I just start with our first-round pick, Tyler Smith?
Go ahead, because he had another, what did you call it? Motion picture.
He just another feature presentation, man. Another feature presentation from Tyler Smith. There's this technique that they teach, linemen. When we're dealing with bull rushes, right? They'll teach you to bend your elbows, tuck your knees and give ground slowly. Like if somebody's bull rushing you, don't just get smoked. Give ground slowly. So when we saw Connor Williams, right? Connor Williams was fantastic at that. He wasn't very powerful. He had to give ground slowly. I saw Connor McGovern giving ground slowly.
Yes.
You'll see a little bit of Osa putting hands on him. Chauncey, who's huge now, you'll see them putting hands on, and he'll have to give ground slowly. Tyler Smith was more so to stop.
And what made me say, Voch, take a look at this real quick.
Sure.
Usually you'll see and you'll see it a lot with Connor Williams, when they get in his grill, in his chest, right? And sometimes it's not a flag. They just underneath your shoulder pass so much your head's jerking back.
Sure.
It's a wrap for Connor Williams.
Yes.
He's pulling my man down. It's a holding or it's a pressure.
Yeah.
Tyler Smith might have gave up a step or two, and it's done.
It stops.
It's done.
It stops.
So I don't think you're going to see many defensive tackles just completely overpower Tyler Smith. If he's going to lose this year, it's going to be from technique or it's going to be from quickness.
Yes.
But it damn sure ain't going to be because of a bull rush 3-4 times a game.
No.
It happened.
He's powerful. And you know, there are still some technique things that Tyler's going to have to clean up. But
Sure.
but if you look at the Tulsa film from 7 months ago, right? Just this Tulsa film from just a little bit ago, you know, versus what we've seen today, his hands are a lot more closer to where they should be. And they'll still slip every now and then. So if y'all go on social media, can't hear y'all on the, cut your phone up. Chat, we good?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like one person that can't. Is we good? Like y'all can hear us? Can we get a? Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So if it's turn us up, I'll turn us up.
You know what I mean? Because it may not be us. It might just be you. But if it's us, we'll work on it. If it's you, back out, close your app, come back in. So when I see Tyler Smith, we always talk about keeping the pocket clean, the front of the pocket, front of Dak clean, right? So it's just not going to be a whole bunch of just somebody's in Dak lap and he has to, you know, roll out, man. If we got Zach on one side, we got Tyler on the other. That's looking like big business.
As long as Tyler B hold it down in the middle, I think he's going to have that horseshoe is what I like to call it. You know what I mean?
The little, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So
that's fine.
He'll have the horseshoe if my cousin is not lined up against Micah Parsons or D-Law.
Yeah.
Because, boy, Micah Parsons and D-Law is making Terrence Steele work.
Let's talk about let's go ahead and talk about it. So a part of me feels like that we shouldn't be so hard on Terrence because, hey, that is Micah and D-Law that
right.
You know that you're going against. I would love to see you win sometimes, though. I would love to see you, you know, win here and there. And if you listen to some of our beat writer friends, also don't get this twisted. You go to Skywalker Steele on Twitter and see some of these clips and see some of this report. And you go to Voch Lombardi, you'll see Tyler moving around Oso Digizua, but you'll also see a little bit of Terrence Steele getting smoked a little bit. Pardon Terrence. But I just want to see you win a little bit. I just want to see you win some reps, you know, because we know who Micah is. We expect Micah to whoop everybody, but we just want to see a little bit of improvement from Terrence from last year. We haven't seen the chat, but I'm assuming that when preseason comes around, Terrence is going to be a guy that's going to be playing. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to see him against other opponents. Now, he's going to run up against the Micahs and some of these he's going to run up against some of these D-Laws throughout the league. And what gives me confidence is that I've seen him win against some of those top-tier talents. But, boy, Micah is just he's like Houdini.
Sure.
You know, it's ridiculous. But other than that, I thought the line are big guys. The Terrence, I'm sorry, Tyler Smiths. The Tyler B. Otis was cool. Yeah. And I did see the other Smith lose one, but 77 was cool too. Tyler. So
I saw this comment in the chat. They were talking about Tyler Smith can't even take the job away from Connor McGovern. Look, I ain't just here to be dealing with that little nonsense. But if you think about it, right, like they're not just gonna give away the job, right? Like they want Tyler to work for it, but it's clear Tyler's the better dude. And you'll just see it. It's not like Connor McGovern is always with the first team. Like, all right, Connor, go with the first team. But then when Dak and the other guys go out there, you'll see Tyler go out there with him. It's going to be a matter of time before
y'all
Tyler
getting
takes
it
over.
twisted. Just because he's not starting out there with them doesn't mean they're not sharing reps.
Sure.
The reps are pretty much damn split.
50-50.
So, Tyler and McGovern, I guess they're really trying to do a real competition. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna be a competition too much longer, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's only so much farther they can run. Me and Will got me feeling professional, man. Will's doing the old broadcast. Yeah, so such and such and such. Look at Voch and see what the dabba. Just shake your head, look back at Voch.
I do this.
I don't.
I don't have the.
It's your boy.
I don't. So I think there's something else very important that we have to talk about, and this is just player stuff. And in a second, we're going to give you scheme and just overall things that we saw from the offense. Last year, I went to training camp, right? And Dak just kept spamming the ball to this one guy. And I'm like, who is this guy that I've never seen before? Dak seems to trust him. He keeps spamming the ball to him. So I pull out my little media guy, and I was like, who is Malik Turner? And it was like, no, Voch, that's Malik. I'm like, oh, cool. Malik? Who is Malik Turner? And, why aren't we going with some of these other wide receivers? Why aren't we, when Dak builds his trust with you, you just kind of magically make the team. And Malik Turner made the team, and he was a guy that Cowboy Nation looked at him like, hey, why don't we give him a couple of these reps, right?
Yeah.
We fast forward into 2022. Dennis Houston, in which it's always somebody I've never heard of going into camp or whatnot. But Dennis Houston is a guy that Dak is trusting a lot.
Yeah.
So when we're doing practice today, this isn't just a mixture of guys. This was first team, right? Dak is throwing the ball. Zeke is there. Your first offensive line is there. Dennis is right there. And not only is Dennis Houston in the game, but Dak is feeding him the ball consecutively. Will Steele, what you see from Dennis Houston?
I noticed when they went in hurry up. I noticed when they needed, hey, it's third or whatever, or hey, this is a big moment, mojo moment. Dennis was out there with the three. I say the three because you have Lamb, Tolbert, Dennis, or Noah, Tolbert. I'm sorry, Noah, Lamb, Dennis / Tolbert. Those guys were kind of interchanging. Right. But he is firmly entrenched in the top 4, 5, if you want to call it that right now. He's firmly in there. And what I noticed was on the first mojo moment, I mean, cool play. Dak rolls out there, throws it, you get a tip. Shout out to LV.
Sure.
Y'all know how I feel. Shout out to LV. Tipped it. Tipped off another person's hands and then went into J-Ron Curse for a pick 6.
Sure.
First team get up out of there. So the first team comes back in. First down. I think it was like an incomplete pass or something.
Sure.
All right, now. It's getting a little rough.
Right.
Second down,
Surgical.
Dennis Houston. Third down, Dennis Houston. First down, I think it was. And the rest of the drive, Dak kind of found that rhythm, but he went to Dennis Houston 2 times in a row.
Let's get him going.
I said, okay. Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
So Will, let me ask you this now, Will. Still, let me ask you this. Do you think we can live in a world? Because first of all, Dennis probably got a little more props than Semi in that room right now, to be honest.
Well,
Semi ain't doing terrible. Semi making his plays too.
Is.
But I think we see Dennis with the ones, and we go, well, damn. And sometimes that'll be Noah Brown too. Like, we'll just see guys rotating that spot. Can we live in a world, this Cowboys offense, can we live in a world with just CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, who's ready, prior to Michael Gallup coming back, right? Can we live with Lamb, Tolbert, Dennis Houston, and Semi Fehoko until Gallup comes back? Can we live, or do we have to go get somebody?
I think they're going to live in that world. I still think you want to bring as much competition as possible because, I mean, I'm not trying to be cynical.
Yeah.
There's one other person outside of CeeDee Lamb that has experience in the NFL that's caught a pass in the NFL.
It's Noah Brown.
And I say this all the time. Once you get out there and defenses are game planning against you, I got to know you're going to be there. Now, Dak did come out and say Dennis has been where I needed him to be.
Yeah.
He comes and he talks. We have a lot of communication, and that's great. That's absolutely fantastic for camp.
Sure.
They're going to scheme.
Yeah.
They're going to try to take you away or take away. They did that last year.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're going, okay, y'all eating us out here. We're going to funnel it all in and make you go to a show. So it's one of those things, it's encouraging to see Dennis Houston and step up, right? It's encouraging to see Simi and those guys step up. But we just have to see it translate. And there's no way to see it until we get on the field.
Sure.
It would be nice, though, to have a veteran that's been in this league.
Yeah.
But let's be real. None of those veterans are going to be counted on to take you over the top.
They're not going to move the needle. They're not going to move the needle. And that goes back to last week's show when I asked, what's more important for this offense right now? Somebody that may be more talented or somebody that's where Dak wants them to be? That familiarity, that chemistry with Dak. And honestly, I think the dude that Dak like is a little more important than the dude that, that may be a little bit. Yeah, I mean, on paper, sure, T.Y. Hilton, these guys like Will Fuller, they're better than Dennis Houston. But if Dak said, hey, look, at 1-2 count, you need to be right there. If he's right there and Hilton's not, I'd rather do the dude that's in the spot where Dak wants him when he wants him there.
I would love for it to be the Dennises and the Semis. They raise their game up because now you got these guys for I don't got my button, I don't think, somewhere around here. For the cheap. For the next couple of years without having to go out and spend. But I don't know how many rooms you like. Yeah, man. One other guy with experience, and you going to the Super Bowl.
We need some run game, man. We need as much run game as possible.
That's what you got to lean on.
Schultz looking good too.
Man, he's dependable.
Schultz looking good too. Schultz he's another one of them guys that's in the area. He may not be Travis Kelce. He may not be perfect, but he's perfect for us. He's right where Dak needs him. He catches the football, and we move the football every time Dak goes there.
You're going to have Schultz is going to have a career. Get ready, y'all.
Yeah.
Just get ready for 90 catches, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, something like that, and he's coming for $16 million. Just get ready.
So this 491, Will Steele, is that just on one side or is that both sides?
That is both.
Okay, cool. Y'all get in here. War call for y'all. So Will Steele, Master William, just some other little tidbits that I noticed about this offense, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna get into the smaller one, and then we're gonna get into the bigger talking point that Cowboy Nation is excited about, that you were excited about. I noticed that we changed up tempo a lot, right? Sometimes we'll boom, 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 boom. Other times we'll go a little bit slower. We'll huddle up and we'll get the play. That second drive, first team drive that you were saying, that was the tempo play, and I noticed it because I'm like, man, damn, I can't get my phone out fast enough. You know what I mean? And we may have missed a play or two because they were moving so fast. And that's when we were the most efficient. That's when we were like, hey, that's 6 completions in a row. Run the football, boom, touchdown. And on the touchdown run, we saw Dak running the football. So, Dak feels good on his ankle. Hopefully that's what that means, that Dak feels good enough to run around. But you were more so excited about 2 things on this offense. How we were doing some run game things that looked like it was from the Shanahan cloth.
Yes.
And then we had a bunch of motion. I was like, hey, man, we got all kinds of motion here. Somebody hit me on the social media machine, the Twitter machine. They was like, yo, Voch, was it pre-snap motion? Is it at the snap? And I was like, all of them.
Both.
All of them. So 70% of the time, I would say, there was some type of motion, some type of shift, some type of movement. Zeke could be out wide. We come back.
That might be low.
70% might be a little bit low. Fair enough. So damn near every single play.
It was, and that's encouraging for me. I love to see. I think you're going to need to do that. Y'all know, I've said this to y'all a bunch of times.
Sure.
If you're not going to have that type of wide receiver room, right, then you're going to need to coach.
Sure.
You're going to have to scheme. You're going to have to out-coach, out-scheme players or teams.
Sure.
And I think the best way to help an offensive line or help maybe a less talented offense is to get some motion going. Have a linebacker just hesitate for 1 second. And the play that I saw was the Ezekiel Elliott. They started Zeke out here, motion him in, at the snap. He then goes left, hits the flat. LVE has to go across to get the Zeke.
Out of
Dak,
position.
boom, throws a dart, touchdown. Because LVE can't get there because of the angle.
That's on my Twitter, by the way.
I want to see more of that type of stuff. Another one, Tony Pollard motioned every single time he was in there with Zeke. Yeah. Every time. Anytime they had 20 personnel, TP was moving. He'd get the ball on a quick pitch, or they give a pass, or it was a play action. By the way, ton of play action.
Sure. Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that. Ton of play action. But I was definitely encouraged with what I saw today from a schematic standpoint offensively. And we'll get to defense a little bit later. But, yeah, I love what I saw from the offense from a schematic standpoint.
Sure.
Passing offense was a bit rough because the defense was going ham. But the run game, they did a Shanahan slingshot run that I love that play.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch the Niners game, they absolutely murdered us on the first drive with the pitch that looks like a pitch to the outside, but they're cutting it back in up the A or B gap. I've been begging for that.
Yeah.
Begging for it.
Yeah.
And they did that a few times a day, and I said, all right, put that back in the cuff.
Yep.
And just hide it. No more.
Let me actually delete the video that I took of it. We don't need that out in the atmosphere, and we're going to move on.
Put it back in the cuff.
Well, so let me ask you this, because at some point Michael Gallup is going to come back. I'm going to name you 4 wide receivers, and I want you to name the 3 that are going to make the team, right? I feel like Noah's going to be around. I feel like there's nothing to, just Noah's here. There's going to be Semi, Dennis Houston, Turpin, and T.J. Vasher. Now, we know all those dudes kind of got different roles within his offense, different roles on his team in general, but they all can't make it because, Gallup's going to come back. CD is there. Noah is there. Like, Tolbert ain't going nowhere, right? So of those 4 guys, right, Dennis Houston, who Dak trusts, T.J. Vasher, who has size that nobody else has, Turpin, who's probably the most explosive, and he has a role in kick return, punt return.
Turpin making his team.
Turpin's got to make the team, right? And then you got who I said, Semi, who I ain't got a tagline for Semi, but Semi just here. But Semi ain't doing bad, though.
No, Semi's having a good camp.
Semi's doing well. So out of those 4 guys, what 3 make the team?
So why only – okay, so 6 because you got Tolbert, Lamb, and you're saying Gallup.
Noah.
or Gallup.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know him, but
Yeah. And then Gallup's gonna come back and make it even more weird.
So when Gallup comes back, who's off the roster? Because there's really only one, right? That has to go off the roster.
Sure.
Think about it. You got
6 receivers.
6 receivers. That's
Sure.
6.
Sure.
If they don't add nobody,
Yeah.
don't miss the 6.
Yeah. But then Gallup comes back.
But then Gallup comes back.
Sure.
I mean, unless Dennis just bombs in the preseason, he just seems like a guy that's entrenched. Turpin's your special teamer. It has to. Vasher's the one.
Unless you don't count Turpin as a offensive guy,
They're
but
not
I think
gonna roll 7 receivers.
But I think that's irresponsible to look at him and be like, okay, we got 6 receivers and Turpin playing kick return. You know what I mean? That's not going to be a thing.
I think it's gonna be Vasher.
Got to be Vasher.
I mean,
Got to be Vasher. And I know there's a lot of people high on Vasher, but I just think that's just kind of it is what it is where we're at. And just taking a look at him, he has to do the overall things better. You know what I mean? Now there was this one play, he was in the end zone, he was with Kelvin Joseph. And if the ball was a little bit better, we probably would have had another overreactionary smoke Kelvin Joseph play because Vasher's just that guy. But
was that Cooper Rush?
It was Cooper Rush that threw the ball to one of
3 times. It's like, dog, just throw it up.
He threw it and hit some fans on the side. One of the dudes driving the car, the event, people got hit upside the head with the ball that Cooper Rush threw. TJ Vasher is clearly the guy that doesn't do as many wide receiver things.
Right.
Regular.
Special
like
teams.
he and I don't want to just be the guy that, hey man, let's force TJ Vasher on kick, just on the teams as a punt gunner. That ain't his game. That ain't what he does. You know what I mean? So you just can't have one job on this. You just can't be, all right, I'm only gonna get in the game inside of 20 to be jump ball guy. You know what I mean? He's slow to get to his breaks, man. He's just not fluid looking out there. He has that highlight, but out of the other 3 guys that we named, I don't think
he's going to need more work from the nuance. Oh, I got that. I got you. He's going to need to work on the nuance.
Oh, that ain't the same, but sure.
Of the
For sure.
of the wide receiver position, but he has a specialty.
Mm-hmm.
But if you cannot get it to him in that way, I don't think you keep him on the roster, for a linebacker that you like or a safety that you like. I think he's the guy. But that's gonna be rough because somebody else might say 6'6". He got a couple. What if he make a couple highlight plays in preseason? A couple highlight plays at the beginning of the year.
It's gonna be rough.
And you cut him.
So
they're gonna have a numbers game to go up against, or keep 7.
Yeah.
But they haven't done that in a long time. So.
2 more offensive points, and we're gonna move on to defense. You're not a fan of Josh Ball right now.
Nope.
Josh didn't do well.
Well, today, no.
Yeah.
I said, hey, dog. Yeah. I rewinded. Look at this, man.
Yo, Voch, give me some offensive line hope. Is this good, Voch? And I'm like, no, it's not good. Damn.
Yeah, he was getting, as you would say, smoked in the pass game and run game.
Sure.
I think it was Sam Williams. I definitely think it was Sam Williams in the run. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, man, it's couple bad reps in the past. Let's see what he can do if they throw a pitch or they run.
Yeah.
Sam said, get the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
He literally made him stumble like he tripped over something.
Sure.
And it just was like, God, man, not a good day.
Not a good day.
Now, I'm not saying he's having a bad camp. I don't know. I just go off of the videos I saw. Yep. And the videos I saw was like, the reports I heard about Ball earlier was solid,
Sure.
But lately, I've been seeing some things, and then
with
today,
this, with this being team, this is where you want to be good at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you don't want to just be good at individual, and then we get the team stuff and you trash. Like we don't want to do that. So definitely we're going to be keeping eyes on Ball the next 3 passes, the next 3 practices that we're here. Also too, Will just kind of said this in passing, but I don't forget a thing. Will Greer looking like your best backup quarterback now?
I said. Dog, is that Greer or is who 15? That's Greer, right?
That's Shannon Gross.
He got a shout out to Shannon.
Shout out to Shannon Gross.
He got a live arm. But we noticed that on the film last year, right?
For sure.
But if I'm not mistaken, Will wasn't a part. Was he a part of camp? Y'all can let me know in the chat.
Possibly.
I don't remember him being like really a part of camp.
I think it was like a continuity. Like Rush had been there, so Rush knew all the things, right? And then Will Greer just kind of came.
Rush and DiNucci.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't remember Greer.
Greer wasn't really a part.
I feel like Greer came much later.
Yeah, but Greer has had a whole season to kind of learn that playbook, and Greer is a Mike McCarthy guy, right?
They all I don't know. He came from West Virginia. Mike McCarthy up in the Pittsburgh area.
They all are Mike. They tied in. They all tied into Mike McCarthy except for Cooper Rush for whatever reason. So, so he has guys in that room that vouch for him. So all he gotta do is throw better than the rest of them.
He ain't try to hit Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Did you see that the other day, Cooper Rush?
Nah.
On a throwaway, Cooper Rush threw it and hit the big old training camp dip.
Oh, well, we need to get Cooper Rush. Ain't nobody over there.
I was hoping when they won that up tempo 2-minute dip, I think it was Mojo Moment type situation. Where remember you kept saying, you said, you got Kelvin Joseph, TJ Vasher, part 2 again.
Yep.
I was like, I want to throw in Greer. I want to see if he can get it to him a little bit better than Cooper, because Cooper wasn't getting it to him.
Yeah.
So but again, I think it's a battle between those two anyway. Yeah. So and the DiNucci is, he'll be around.
Yeah, man.
He'll be on the practice squad.
Yeah, man. Cooper rushed through the ball and hit James Slater. I almost jumped the fence and smacked shit.
Shout out to you, Ben. Just, hey, I got to do a roaming rant. Acknowledge me. That's all I'm saying next time. Don't act like you ain't you, but whatever.
This defense as a whole, though, they look ready, huh?
We're in live. We see it, right?
Sure.
And a lot of people was, man, defenses and offense that ain't no joke, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, they are making it really hard on this passing offense. Now, we're talking all this good stuff about Dennis and about all these receivers.
Sure.
But in team, it's tough.
It's tough. Like, and I think that's where, us as fans, we have to find that balance, right? We just can't be like, oh, Dak's, doing bad. You know what I'm saying? He sucks. No, the defense is making it incredibly but that should be more props for Dak, though. Like, Dak is having to find the smallest of space for Dennis. Like, if you go to Will Steele's Twitter, you'll see it's the tightest of passes, and Dennis is barely open versus like an AB or like a Jordan Lewis. And the ball gets there, shots out to Dak, and the ball is actually retained, shots out to Dennis, but damn, like J. Lou, like right in your hip, he's right there with him. So anything that the offense completes, the defense is not going to make it easy at all. But this defense, they look like they're ready to carry us, man. Like the guys on the front looks big. The front looks big. The ends look athletic. Micah looks like Micah. The DBs might be the best part of the damn defense.
100% the strongest unit on the team.
Man, like Kelvin Joseph, we cannot continue to act like, oh, Kelvin Joseph can't get on the field, Kelvin's trash. We can't continue to make that be a thing, because if you look at, like, bro, like, it's hard to beat AB right now. Yeah. AB is in his bag. Everybody want to talk about Trey Diggs, and he had the bad couple reps at practice.
I don't think nobody caught a ball on him today.
We ain't see shit from Trey today, but y'all ain't gonna apologize though. Y'all not ready for that. And even when you think, okay, well, we can't let's try to get busy on like Jordan Lewis, and Jordan Lewis is in there fight. It must be the single-digit number change that just got everybody in their bag, just in their element or whatever. But these dudes, man, they're not slacking. They're not half-stepping. So I was super impressed, man. Our defense looks, our defensive fronts, they look huge. Our linebackers are who our linebackers are, and Anthony Barr is gigantic.
He was walking off. I said, is he 6'6"?
Man.
But I think he's close to 6'5", so he might be 6'5". But he's huge. I can't dive too much into it.
Yeah.
But Jabril Cox may be back. We'll see what's up with Jabril Cox Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. But he was doing individual. I don't remember him in team.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got a lot of, I told you this off air, but we got a lot of little videos we're gonna skim through. It's impossible to see everything at once. But just specifically on the DBs, what I noticed was, and this ain't one of those, Dak's holding the ball, bro. He had to.
Yeah, he's got to get out of there.
It was so many times I'm like, where's the person running? There was one breakdown.
Yeah,
I think it was Jalen Tolbert on a deep dip. I got a touchdown.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
everything else, I think I tweeted out, the DBs are not making it easy on these wide receivers. Now, I don't take that how you want. You know what I mean? Either way. Because we've seen good things in one-on-ones and some highlight. Noah Brown. Yeah. Amazing catch today.
Sure.
Noah Brown, amazing catch. Go watch it. The DBs is all over him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nothing is really – same thing with Simi. I think it was Greer had – this is why I said he has a live arm. He threw a rope on the back shoulder to Simi Fayoko. DB was right there.
Yeah.
But he just put it up high, and Simi turned around and catch it. So it is – nothing's coming easy with this offense. Yeah. 1s, 2s, 3, don't matter. It ain't coming easy.
Twan dropped a dub in the super chat, says Sky, not Voch, Sky, because I'm about to say something bad about it. He know I'm trying to get Cousin Tony, but Sky, not Voch. How is my running back looking, Zeke, and how is Turpin? Who threw that ball that was too short on the deep pass the other day? And if it was too short,
on who?
I ain't no telling. If it was too short, it's probably Cooper.
What receiver was it? short too.
Yeah. But how is Zeke looking? Zeke's looking fine, but it's as fine as Zeke can look in this type of practice. Like they're not gonna roll up and just smack Zeke.
Josh Ball ruined my Zeke screen touchdown. The video, because I'm like, "Hi Zeke," and I go back and look. I said, "Oh, man." I can't not look at Josh Ball because I think it was, I don't know who, 94. He's getting smoked by people I don't even know.
I have no. Do I got a media guy? Give me two. Who the hell?
Turpin.
Who is 94? Yeah, tell him about Turpin while I find out who 94 is.
Turpin is involved. He's involved in the offense. A lot of motion with Turpin. You know what I found interesting? I don't mean to go off, and I'm gonna get back to Turpin.
Who the hell is Josiah Brunson?
That's what I told you. Law said it was Brunson.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know who it is, though. But he says Brunson, just not Lord.
Oh, okay. just like Lord Brunson. Go ahead.
Turpin is moving around.
Yeah.
A whole lot. They got a quick one out to him, but it wasn't like they was featuring him. But, if they decide to do some things with him, it's going to be very Lucky White-ish.
Sure.
Now, I was hoping he did run a little deep route on whoever 26 is. That might be Lee. Yeah, he ran a deep route on him, and I was hoping that it was either Cooper Rush or Greer was going to look towards him, but the safety came over top, so he couldn't go to him. But Turpin, everything is underneath. A lot of horizontal stuff.
Who the hell is Kyron Brown from Akron?
Kyron Brown. They got him last year, 2 years ago from the Jets.
Oh, okay.
Not making the team.
Well, it was him. He was the one that got smoked. What else on defense?
Oh man, Brian. I'm sorry. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Oh goodness, geez.
Yeah.
So we saw this secret little meeting. It was interesting.
Oh, yeah, man.
Because on one side of the field, the defense was over there. On the other side of the field, the offense was there. So we just saw four defensive guys just kind of in this little group over there, right? We was looking, who was that? And it was Anthony Brown, it was Trey Diggs, and it was J-Ron Curse. Now, yeah, those names go together. But then we saw Micah Parsons over there, and that kind of made the group a little strange looking. But then the fact that those four guys were talking to Al Harris, who's a DB coach, who's the corner safety coach. So I'm just kind of looking, man. I'm looking at that Illuminati group, I'm like, what the hell? And they practicing, they're talking, they're discussing, they're moving things. And so in my mind,
shout out to our bro, man, JC in the building, Jeff Kavanaugh.
It's hilarious. So I saw that combination of guys talking to Anthony
we was like,
Al Harris, and I'm like,
we both just looked at each other.
That's peculiar.
This is interesting.
Like, why they got Micah over there?
And not just talking.
Sure. Yes.
But teaching techniques.
They're going through some walkthroughs and stuff, right? So the first thing in my mind, did you want to go first before I get my Illuminati?
No, because I asked you, and the way you explained it, I said we got to talk about this because it's interesting.
We have versatile players, right? And I was talking to many coaches in my young coaching career, and this coach once told me, defensive coach, he told me that you want to be able to change formation without changing your personnel group, right? Teams are at a disadvantage. You see Aaron Rodgers do this all the time. They'll go into a heavy formation, get a bunch of big guys out there, then they'll do a bunch of, they'll just switch, right? And then they'll kind of get you slipping, and then before you know, okay, well, I got too many linebackers on the field to deal with these fast guys, right? So in my mind, we have versatile players. You got Micah that can go from, end to linebacker. He's
safety.
And he's faster than everybody out there. Facts. And then you got J-Ron out there and we just talked about this. Joe Witt gave him flowers the other day. He said, hey, man, one play J-Ron will be at a deep safety, then he'll be at a boxing, he'll be at a linebacker, then he playing big nickel, you know what I'm saying?
He said put some respect.
Put some respect on his name, right?
J-Ron, yeah.
So in my mind, you have versatile enough players to where, okay, well, can we go from a base 4-3 to dime without taking people off the field, right? What formations can we go from into without taking guys off the field? So in my mind, if you get a play where, okay, well, let's say we start the series with J-Ron Curse and Micah at linebacker or whatever, right? We just start nickel there, right? If we had to go to dime, then what would we do? Okay, well, we'll leave Micah there, then we'll move him over there. Okay, well, what if it's a 3-man front or we have to do something? Well, then Micah would have to come from the line of scrimmage to here to put J-Ron there, to put this guy over here. You understand what I'm saying? There was also another thought that crossed my mind, but it was from a conversation that we had earlier. We was thinking, how could we get Nahshon on the field, right?
Yeah.
We was having this conversation. Like, if we had to move Anthony Brown and like Kelvin Joseph or something to the slot, can we do it just to get bigger bodies on the outside, right? So, so maybe that conversation with Al Harris is, hey, AB, you may have to go from, inside to outside on this drive. I don't think Diggs is going to move too much unless he's chasing somebody, unless he's following somebody. Mike is going to have to go from, okay, well, Mike, if we go from D-line to just a 3-man front, can you go from there and still get your Mike responsibilities, right? J-Ron Curse is green dot guy. So I thought just that series of dudes with the damn corners coach, right? I thought that was interesting. And then the one crazy Illuminati thought that we all thought, put Michael Parsons at corner, just let him rock. Work off.
And we laid out a scenario that, well, what if they want Micah to cover a slot, not a slot, but like a big receiver just to throw some wrinkle into a situation. Not saying you want him dropping.
Well, think about this, right? Week one, Tom Brady's a dude. He loves to throw the ball to the running back. The Bucs have running backs that can line up wide at receiver. You know what I mean? So maybe we can run some. Okay, so if they're gonna go in motion and we're in man, Micah's gonna go with him.
I was about to say, if they're in man and
sure.
Micah's not coming,
yeah,
Micah has to be able. Now he showed that he could cover last year.
Sure.
But Micah's he wants to be not a, what is it, the master of none. He don't want to be a jack of all trades master. No, he want to be a master of everything.
Of everything.
So he's working on technique stuff, I think, to be a better man guy. Because I think zone-wise, he showed fantastic awareness last year.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I think where you saw him kind of get beat early on in the season was go back and watch the Patriots film.
Sure.
You'll see that McDaniels deliberately went at Micah Parsons.
Sure.
You'll see the Panthers deliberately went at Micah Parsons, and both of those were man situations. So I think he's trying to get better from a man standpoint. Not saying he was terrible after that, but that's where he kind of can be better at. But IQ-wise, he got it to do it.
We'll see. We don't have the phone line set up, so hey, if you couldn't call in, you talked up your anytime for whatever reason you couldn't call into the show. You dropped your Obama phone in the toilet. Now is the time to tap in with the show. Chat, if y'all have any questions, now is the time. Me and Will still had a moment, man. On the way here, y'all would have got the show 5 minutes early, but we was in the car listening to Ransom, so we just made the block. We just spin the block.
Literally spin twice?
We spin the block twice just to get to the end of Ransom, but we here right now.
Just to get Wayne's verse, but anyway.
We here right now. Here we go. Chat, do y'all have any questions? We'll take some.
You want to go ahead?
Boom, boom, boom.
I got a little something. Go ahead. You find something here. I got a little something.
Let's see. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're just producing on the go. You know what I'm saying? On the go. We got 613 people watching live. Work off. Everybody looked at me and called me swole today. I just ain't know how to, you know what I mean? I don't know how to feel, man. I'm just grateful. Let's see. What do you think of Sam Williams? Billy D. Sam is looking very in place. Will Steele, he's looking very in place. He's looking very aggressive. He's looking very quick, and he's starting fights again. So
I guess I don't have something. I mean, I got something, but I don't want y'all to. Yeah, I mean,
well, shit, what?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. And look, Sky badly wants y'all to recognize the.
Don't tell him.
Don't worry about
it. It's for the people who understand the nuance of the situation.
Yeah, man. Sam is fitting right in. Now, maybe when I go back to practice Monday, I'll make more, because we can't see everything. It's impossible. No. I'll make more of an effort to keep eyes on the small, let's see what Dante's doing. Fowler. We'll see what Dorrance and some of those other guys, and we'll see how Billy D fits in that group, and we'll get back with y'all.
Somebody asked in the chat about Bland. He's having a good camp, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't focus on Bland today.
Sure. Somebody asked about Story Jackson.
I mean, I didn't.
We saw him leaving.
Yeah, it's not a knock. He may be making plays, but I didn't see anything too crazy to talk about.
Sam Rowe dropped the dude's super chat, says, "How Jane looking at that?" I
don't think Jane was out there.
I didn't even. I saw somebody look like Jane, but
I did.
I thought that was Jane.
That was Jane
in the black, but it wasn't Jane. Just got home and logged in, and with all the luck you guys were on. Appreciate you, Tracy. Appreciate you for tuning in. How is Osa doing? Osa is huge. He's getting off the ball quickly. They're chasing Dak. It is terrifying, but if y'all go to my Twitter, you'll see Tyler Smith moving Osa a little bit. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Osa's big.
Yeah, Osa, Chauncey, Neville, they all big, man. Anthony Barr, it's all good. Why did Kavanaugh's bed look like him? All right. Dak is scared of the moment.
Somebody said, hey, man, who was a disappointment today for me is Josh Ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you can maybe lump Steele in there, but
sure.
in fairness.
But yeah, that's Micah. And look. I mean, we haven't said it, but I don't want this to be like a situation where we expect you to be so great that we don't give you flowers. Micah's looked great every time I've seen him on anything. You know what I mean? Like, he's been smoking the dude in front of Terrence Steele. He's been smoking the dude in front. It does seem like he's always rushing against Terrence, though. So does that mean that he's going to be more of a left side rusher, like a defensive left side rusher?
Yeah,
they're going to move him everywhere. It's just that they're conditioning.
They probably want Terrence to go up against this fella. Listen, it's at the point now, I think, for most Cowboys fans, they need to see Steele go up against another team to make sure to ease their concerns. I think people are concerned.
Yeah. We need to go find a kicker, huh?
Yeah, Brian had pointed that out. Somebody else might have, but I don't know how much longer you want to wait. Hallelujah came out looking like Tony Romo in 06.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, hallelujah, getting some warm up going on.
Sure.
We did a little live on IG, and I'm like, hey, he's firmly in front of Garibay. Today was bad.
Bad for both of them.
Today was bad.
And it seemed like when
I don't think they made a kick the last hour.
No, they didn't. It's like when Hallelujah missed, he missed a little bit, but when Garibay, he misses the shit out of it. Like, there was one kick. And it was kicking from like the 30, and we was in the end zone view of it.
Bad.
And the ball just kind of flooded. Like, at least Hallelujah, at least Hallelujah just get a little wide left. Like, damn, you barely missed it, Hallelujah. Just adjust him. Garibay kicked the shit over there.
And I thought it was Hallelujah because it was short too.
Yeah.
I said that's a weak ball, and he was like, "No, that's Garibay." I'm like, huh?
That's Garibay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking good there. They got to call somebody, man.
Haralau. I think that's his name.
I'm sorry,
Hallelujah, but we're going to call him Hallelujah.
Coyle and Bell. Bell's huge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yes.
I think he's legit 6'3". I think I was listening to him at like 6'1", 6'2". He's legitimately 6'3".
He's a big boy, and he can run. He can run too. Tristan was running with the ones today. Updated chat. So when we see Tristan with the ones, I think it's going to be scheme relative, or it's going to be that week relative, right? Like, I think he's the ones with the 3-4
He's in the rotation.
He's the ones with the odd front look, which is interesting.
Well, he's firmly entrenched in the rotation.
He's definitely in the rotation.
Like
yes.
that's not. Somebody said, Tristan Hill gonna make this. I mean, if it ended now,
sure. You know what I mean? So that's just that. Feel bad about the Cooper trade yet?
I've always felt bad about it for me. So
of course. Voch, did you watch O-line? Well, they didn't do one-on-ones today. They did. It was like some little drills here and there or whatever, but it was mostly team stuff. And so I did get a chance to look at a lot of the, when everybody was posting wide receiver and running backs. Oh, look at Tony Pollard, Tony looks fantastic, but Tony looked bigger too. Look big. Tony
got a chip on his shoulder. I'm just saying.
Tony read it. They had a lot of 20 personnel today. Talk about that. That was in your notes.
That was in the notes. Yeah, I mean, and I think I could be wrong, but I thought one of the plays came out of the 20 personnel where they did the little slingshot. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But there was a video that went around a couple days ago with Zeke lead blocking for TP. Yeah. There was some more of that today.
Sure.
Like I said, every time TP was out there with Zeke, he was in motion.
Yeah.
Kellen must be listening. Now, show us in December,
please.
But he must be listening because there's a lot of active motion. There's a lot of TP and Zeke. Sure. There's a lot of, I think, designed short stuff to the running backs out of the backfield.
Sure.
And I've always said I think we're going to see the Kellen of early season in early season.
Sure.
It's a matter of will we get it later. So he hear us.
Let's get a couple more in here so we can get some grub and beer. Will our DTs be strong enough to not get bullied in the playoffs? Well, see, watch this though, Kyle. Everybody bigger and stronger. Like Osa, Neville, especially Chauncey.
I think on Monday, I'm definitely going to focus on the defensive line more.
Definitely, absolutely. Like, they all look bigger and stronger. You know what I mean? So, of course, I would imagine that they're going to be better, this year than they were last year. So, yeah.
Somebody said Drummond. Drummond just came off PUP. I didn't take note today.
I wouldn't focus on him. There's a billion kickers out there. I don't think so. There's like 2 kickers out there, but and to be fair, like Kai Forbath ain't amazing, but But he went.
I don't care.
Yeah, just somebody better than what we got.
I mean, at this point, you have to bring somebody in here.
Like somebody called Zerline and apologized. It's like where I'm at.
Let me compare it. Right.
Yeah.
The wide receiver room.
Hey, chill.
Why I do still think that it would be wise to bring in a vet. At least the wide receivers are stepping up to the sense of
yes.
Hey, we are here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see what happens when the games start. But they're making plays. They're making themselves felt. nobody's making themselves felt in this kicking competition.
Mm-hmm.
So go get somebody. It's a concern.
I'm over exaggerating by looking at you.
You've been doing that all show. He ain't shit for real.
Shouts out to A to Z, man. Write me a check for that Game Day Live, you heard? Sorry, volume.
Nuance World Order.
Boom, boom. Hit the bottle.
Wait.
Hit the goddamn bottle.
Wait, I think we're getting this shit.
Hit the bottle.
Who is that?
Hit the bottle. Hit that.
Who are you, sir?
Who did that? Go back. Seize him.
J Cube 21.
That means J to the third power is what that means.
Okay. You might have just made us another shirt.
Hey man, come on.
You ain't spelled nuance right, but it's cool.
Yeah, that is look, that's
nuance.
That's new one time.
But I knew what you meant.
We know what you mean.
Look, we're gonna I knew what you meant.
We know what nuance means, but that's like when you buy something new one time.
He said nuance order.
That's like mint condition. It's only new once. That is hilarious. Shouts out to you though, sir. Appreciate you. Nuance World Order.
I love it.
Them gotta be black. Them probably gonna be the red
them
joints.
black and whites you be making?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll cross that road.
Okay, yeah.
Cross that road.
I'm with it.
Two more than we on boogie. Two more than we on still an open competition at center. I don't think it was wide open, really. I think it was
competition.
I think it was Biotis to lose, and if somebody could take it from him, then that was the case.
Steven put a slither in the door. You know how sometimes it's a draft?
Yeah.
It was a draft when he talked about, Fournier and the boys. It's Tyler Biotis.
Yeah, 63 you got. 63 you got.
One more. I'll focus on that Monday, y'all. I got you.
Yeah, we're gonna really focus on we was just getting a general idea, and to be fair, it was team today, so it was a good day to go.
And then what we're talking about is D Shift. Shift said who looks the best out of Fowler, DA, and Sam. I did notice on one of the practice tapes the other day, DA had a nasty move on Tyron Smith. Sam is definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
From an athletic standpoint. But I'll focus more on him on Monday.
We'll let you know. One more, then we gonna boogie. What? I miss Marcus Hardison. One more, then we gonna boogie.
Anything.
I think Anthony Barr is currently on the sideline holding clipboards. Just kind of shouts out to you, Louis. Drop the deuce. Y'all funny as hell. Anthony Barr is holding the clipboard or whatever, and there's no need to rush Anthony Barr in there. Like, he's a veteran. He knows what camp is like. Plus he has the one day my knee's gonna go out thing. So we don't need you.
But let me just say this right now.
He's fine.
I can say this because I love it. I told him. I said
a source of ours. A source of ours.
I can't wait till you see that.
A source of ours today said.
Sources, but I ain't really sources. I think this is out there.
That's a source.
I mean, there is a source, but I'm just joking.
He's a source today. Walk out. He's a source today.
He's not hurt. Anthony Barr is just on pup to get ready. He ain't. There's just literally nothing wrong with him. He passed all his physicals. Everything great. He's just trying to catch up, and hopefully we see him on Monday before they go and play Denver. If not, you probably won't see Barr till next week after the Denver preseason game.
That's a big bet. Hey, man, we got how many people got up in here, man? How many people we got lined up in here? We got
about 500. Oh, my bad. 650. I can't smoke glass on.
Listen, man, today was an incredible day. It was an incredible day, man. I got a chance to mingle with some people, man, with some friends of the show. There's some media people that we've been just looking at from afar. We look at them close now. Like, we on shoulders with them people, man. Will is gonna get the super access Monday. I'll still be doing the normal thing, gallivanting with the people or whatnot. Proud of Master William, man. We're gonna get him in there, get that work in.
Shout out to A to Z, man, for putting in the work to get there, and shout out to me for putting in the work to get there. Shout out to us for putting the work to get where we at.
For sure. And one day the volume will be able to get us in there. But we just got to prove our worth, you know what I mean? We just have to continue, and I use continued on purpose. We have to continue to be inevitable. You know what I'm saying? We kind of sort of, quasi-inevitable right now, and that's fine. But we will continue to be inevitable. You understand? And before you know it, it's gonna be ridiculous. Somebody will be like, "Why Voch ain't doing that?" And it's gonna be a wrap from there. You know what I'm saying?
Just know they see
us. They see us.
And I said this in a personal conversation. They feel
For sure. Alex, you can probably hit my DM because as an Eagles fan, it's crazy I'm saying this, but, you're close enough to me. I feel like you can DM me and I can tell you my little short version of my experience today, you know what I mean? And if anybody else think that we cool enough, y'all can hit my DM. Everybody don't DM me. But it was a day today. It was a day.
It was a day, and if you were there and we met you and you're watching the stream later or whatever, man, like we told the one dude, no, thank you.
Thank you, man. We need y'all. We need y'all, all 633 of y'all. Come back Monday, Tuesday, and we ain't doing it Wednesday. We're gonna be flying back Wednesday. But after that, we're gonna take a well-needed, because yesterday was crazy, a well-needed couple of days.
If we had the membership thing popping, I'd have been complaining to y'all.
Yeah, for sure. But our next work day, there's gonna be no practice tomorrow, so we're gonna take that as a day to just kind of get our life together. But Alex said you can't DM me. Well, don't worry about it. You can't hit the store. But we're gonna we're gonna get back to work Monday and Tuesday. We're gonna be covering camp for y'all and bringing y'all some goodness. So that's where it be. The time will vary, but it could be like around this time now. So it's 5. Well, shit, your clock wrong. So it's 3.
It's 5:36 Central.
It's 5:36 Central Time. So cool. Yeah. So it'll probably be around 5 Central Time when we go live from here on out. So volume 506 till we get our shit back. All right. With that being said, be sure you hit the like button on everything. The volume social medias on the YouTube. You hit the algorithm button, subscribe, hit the like, all that good stuff. Like I said, we'll be live when we'll be live. We gonna get there when we get there. Yeah. Follow me on all my social medias, VOCHLOMBARDI, and I'll be giving training camp updates in my non-football platform, twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. I ain't gonna be on that because I'll be here. SKYWALKERSTEELE on social medias, and check out A to Z Dallas in the
Monday.
Monday.
I don't know what time because this time is crazy. But if I do the 6:30 a.m. on the West Coast, it'll be 8:30 for y'all. So Monday morning, I'll be up. We'll talk a little bit more, and then later on, we'll talk some more.
We will figure it out and cross that road. We get there. Y'all hold down for the Doski Woski Peace. Get week. Oh my goddamn. Till next time. Volume.
Beats Planet.